Meghan Markle is reportedly furious after receiving harsh criticism from GB News over her latest Netflix documentary. The British news outlet didn't hold back, branding the series as self-indulgent and dull, dismissing it as nothing more than a vanity project and a tedious PR stunt designed to reinforce Meghan's ongoing narrative of victimhood. This scathing review comes at a time when Meghan's post-royal endeavors are increasingly being seen as a series of disappointing failures, and the Netflix docuseries is the latest in a string of high-profile missteps. Once seen as a potential force for change in the monarchy, Meghan's recent projects outside royal life are now under heavy scrutiny. Her attempts to carve out a career in Hollywood have been met with underwhelming results, with the latest Netflix release being no exception. GB News, known for its unapologetically candid commentary, didn't pull any punches in its assessment. The channel's commentators labeled the documentary as egotistical and disconnected, accusing Meghan of perpetually portraying herself as a victim without offering any substantive or meaningful content to her audience. One critic even went as far as to say the series was one of the dullest and most disconnected projects ever produced by Netflix. While Meghan has frequently stated her desire for privacy, GB News pointed out the glaring hypocrisy in her actions. The same woman who left the royal family to avoid the spotlight has now gone to great lengths to seek attention through yet another elaborate personal narrative. The irony wasn't lost on the critics, who highlighted how Meghan, despite claiming to want privacy, seems to be building a career on airing her grievances to the public. The question many are asking now: how many times can she keep telling the same story before people lose interest? Netflix, in a multi-million-dollar gamble, signed Meghan and Harry, hoping their celebrity status would drive viewership. However, their previous projects have been met with disappointing results. Meghan's first major Netflix production, Harry and Meghan, had a promising start but quickly faltered as audiences grew weary of hearing about the same royal family complaints. Since then, their subsequent projects, including Meghan's Spotify podcast, have been similarly unsuccessful. The podcast was abruptly canceled after executives reportedly described her as challenging and lacking in creative direction, a sentiment that appears to extend to her Netflix series. This new series has been criticized for being self-centered, disconnected from its audience, and ultimately unappealing to watch. The downfall of Meghan's Netflix endeavors isn't just a blow to the streaming giant. It's also a reflection of the challenges surrounding Meghan Markle herself. Hollywood, which once eagerly embraced her, seems to be growing tired of her brand. According to industry insiders, Meghan has developed a reputation for being demanding and difficult, which has made major stars and studios hesitant to collaborate with her. Unlike Hollywood heavyweights like Oprah Winfrey or Reese Witherspoon, who built their careers on talent, hard work, and dedication, Meghan's brand seems to revolve largely around airing grievances. As her projects continue to fail, Meghan's reputation in Hollywood is deteriorating. Once viewed as a fresh and compelling voice, she now seems to be more synonymous with drama and controversy than with success. Even some of her former Hollywood allies have remained conspicuously silent as her projects falter. Meanwhile, the royal family, having long moved on from past controversies, continues to thrive, while Meghan remains entrenched in the same public battles. The criticisms from GB News and the mounting doubts from Netflix and Hollywood are stark signs that Meghan Markle's media empire may be faltering. While she initially expressed a desire to use her platform to amplify diverse voices, much of what has been showcased so far appears to be a focus on her own discontent and frustrations with the world around her. It raises an uncomfortable question: how many more failed projects will it take before Netflix and Hollywood decide to sever their ties with Meghan Markle? With each new setback, Meghan's dream of becoming a successful media mogul seems to slip further away. The pressing question now is not whether this latest failure will be her last, but rather how much longer Hollywood and Netflix will continue to invest in someone whose brand increasingly seems to revolve around self-pity and controversy. Will Meghan ever be able to reinvent herself? Or is her time in the spotlight drawing to a close? One thing is certain: if Meghan doesn't find a way to pivot quickly, her once promising media empire may soon be a thing of the past.